You are listening to Waywut? This is a weekly rabbit hole podcast that goes into a variety of topics ranging from the supernatural to sports to science or anything else that we find interesting. We post episodes every Tuesday. We post on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Pandora. Please follow us on any of those. If you prefer video, you can always subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you want to talk to us or keep up with any random information we decide to talk about, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, X, whatever it's called, under @Waywut Podcast. That does it for all the self-promotion stuff. Thank you for listening, and here we go.
Why, hello there. Welcome to the newest or the next edition, depending on which way you're listening to these, of Waywut. I am your host today, Jason, and with me as always is a guy who does a wonderful rendition of Hit Me Baby One More Time, Darrell Holiday.
Yeah, I do. I'm not gonna act humble or nothing. I fucking kill that song.
You absolutely rock it. It's an hour request.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Yes. Well, today will be episode 2 of the series I've been doing, what I like to entitle The Life of Dunkie.
Such a dork.
And for those who may have missed the previous episode, I'm going to tell you a little personal experiences about myself and tie it in today's episode or today's topic.
Okay. Go ahead, you weirdo.
All right. A few months ago, I posted an old man rant on Facebook. I've added to this list and would like to go over it again. Why are you making those faces?
Just because I mean, like, look, I'm a dad and I make my own dad jokes as well, but just go ahead.
It's going to be good.
Oh, God.
Lay it on me. Let's go. All right. I know you're not a coffee person, but I am. I have a favorite coffee mug. I have a favorite coffee, and I have a favorite creamer. That's something I never thought I would do. Now that I'm old, I now have a favorite coffee mug, a coffee creamer, and a coffee every day.
I have a favorite coffee creamer. It's the cinnamon bun one.
Oh, yeah. That was pretty good. Not the sweet cream one. That with the blueberry coffee. Good.
Blueberry coffee, gross. No, I just drink cold brew, and I only drink it on the weekends because I don't want to drink it, go to work, and then have my ass explode at work. So,
good thing I work from home, so my ass can explode while I'm at work.
Oh, thank God for you.
Oh my good. I know. I'm in shouting distance of a bathroom at any moment of any time, and it's always to myself. I never have to worry about somebody being in there.
Well, I'm glad you have a favorite coffee. Is it? I mean, did you like when you were a kid? Did you have a favorite cereal bowl?
No, I would just use whatever bowl we would have.
See, I had a favorite cereal bowl.
I would have favorite cups. I'd always have the favorite cup. I would like to drink tea out of this cup or water out of this cup. Or
I mean, honestly, I don't think it's such an age that bad age that you have a favorite coffee and thing. I don't know. I don't see it as old. There are plenty of young people that can have that. So you do not corner the market on that just for being old.
No, now that I am getting older, I now have these things, which I did not before.
Okay.
Just like the next one, I now watch World War II documentaries. Why? I don't know. I feel like I need to. But yet when I get through watching them, I hardly remember what I've just watched.
Are you saying I was an old teenager?
You're mature beyond your years.
I enjoyed World War II documentaries as a
I
teenager.
do too. I try to watch them to learn, and then when it's over with, I'm like, I have no clue what I just watched.
Like, no, the Ken Burns Civil War series is one of my favorite things I ever watched, and I was like 15.
On PBS?
Yes, and I loved it. You saying I'm...
No.
I don't know.
I'm saying I love it too. The difference between you and I is you probably retained the knowledge, and I have not.
Maybe. I don't know. Probably.
I have a political opinion. We may not really go over it, but I now have formed a political opinion. I have a day of the week pill organizer filled with pills I can't pronounce.
Yeah, that's
organized by the night and day.
That's old. That is old. All right, you're an old man with that one because I got 3 pills I take in the morning. I'm good. I'm done. One of those is just a supplement, so I can't even really count that one. But yeah, I don't have a pill organizer yet.
No, and I have to organize them by night and day. So I don't want to get my sleepy time medicine mixed up with my daytime medicine. That would make for an interesting day.
Oh God, I'm sure that's retirement home talk there. Mr. Driggers, we have your sleepy time medicine.
No,
Thank you.
my wife actually, she made the mistake of getting her nighttime and daytime medicines switched up, and she took her daytime medicine at nighttime when it was time to go to bed, and it was a big oopsie. Because it's not the medicine that you just like, oh well, it's just blood pressure medicine or whatever, but it was a medicine that makes you a little amped up a little bit. Yeah, you won't be able to sleep.
Wake up! Wake up!
Made for an interesting night. I buy tools I may or may not need. I have a whole toolbox with nothing but needle nose pliers.
Um, that I think comes with just property ownership as you get older. Like once you moved out of your parents' house, I
Okay,
imagine that you acquired like your first real tool set was shortly after that.
I have a lot
Definitely
of my
whenever you
dad's
moved into a
tools
house.
too. Yeah, I think I need a pair of vice grips, and then I go out and buy a pair, and then I
Yeah,
lose those, and then I buy another pair, and then I find them, and then I have like 5 pairs.
I have 3 stud finders and like 3 levels. So yeah, I got that.
Yeah, I got a lot of
I think
tape
that's just more.
measures,
I think that's just more, just kind of like dude shit.
forgetting you had it.
No, I think it's just kind of a guy thing.
I
So
do. I do. Every bit of those needle nose pliers, I actually have a use for every single one of them, and just I'm waiting for that use to ever show up to me to use them.
just install a surround sound system. You'll need it
Oh
then,
yeah.
I'm sure.
Uh, I have a favorite news anchor. I watch
Ew,
Newsmax every morning, and I really
ew,
like the morning news guy, Sean
ew.
Kreisman. So shout out to Sean Kreisman.
You're gross.
Hey,
I,
I have a routine every morning, and he's part of it.
ugh,
So
I look. I mean, I don't. TV's not involved in my routine anymore. But when it was, like, I watched Angel in the morning.
Angel,
Angel. There's reruns for it on like USA or whatever back in the day. I used to watch Angel in the morning. That
I
was,
don't even know what that is.
it was a spinoff from Buffy.
Mm,
And whenever I didn't have cable, I'd watch the Mexican channel because Mexican Good Morning America. Mexican TV is
that'll
still in
really
its
wake you up.
jiggle phase. And so, like, anytime there's like a news anchor or whatever on there, so like their Good Morning America girls, full cleavage out and just, bouncy and all that. And I'm like, this is better than coffee.
And you could think they're saying something different because you can't understand them, so they could be dirty and you really don't know.
I was able to, back then is whenever I used Spanish a lot more. And so I was actually able to keep up with more of it than I definitely would nowadays. I was
Wow.
back whenever I used to take Spanish phone calls and stuff in the old days.
Hmm. All right. Well, I know you may be feeling some of this, but I have random swollen joints.
Yeah,
I
no,
had a
that.
toe swollen for 6 months. I don't know why. Was it broken? Maybe. But I never went to check it out, and it was just a plump little sausage for about 6 months. Never went away.
uh, One of the times after I moved, uh, I hurt my shoulder hurt after that, and it hurt for a year. It just hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, I could move it. I had full range of motion. I still do, and it
Did
didn't
something
hurt
get
now.
pinched in there? Yeah.
It just hurt. I played I played volleyball at a company picnic on Friday, and I ran in sand for the first time in probably a
Ooh,
decade or
that's a
so.
great workout.
Yeah, I am sore in all sorts of places. Like my feet are like, oh shit, there's muscles in here that weren't being used. What the hell? Where'd this guy come from? And on top of that, I did hurt my thumb.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't like going anywhere without shoes. I took my shoes off for the first time in the house the other day and ended up stepping on a splinter about 6 inches long. Go figure, right?
Yeah, go figure.
Oh, you wear slides everywhere when walking around the house or house shoes. And I took them off we're moving the room around and I took them off and I'm take them off just for a second to move this bed and got a splinter in between my toes.
This is like such a like Charlie Brown moment or whatever, or like one of those Debbie Downer things. You're like, I don't like to walk without my shoes on.
I
I
don't.
decided to try, and I got stabbed in my foot.
I did.
Wah,
Not
wah.
in my foot. It was in between my big toe and the toe next to it. Weirdest place ever. Like I was trying to shoot, trying to hide my track marks. All right.
Is there anything else on your weird old man list?
Yes.
Oh shit. Okay.
You may have heard it a while ago, but when I stand up, it sounds like I'm standing on bubble wrap. Everything just starts popping. My ankles pop, my knees pop, my ankles pop again, my toes pop, my back pops. I wish my hip would pop, but it won't.
I don't. I know. I'm pretty sure things do pop, but you wouldn't be able to hear it because I'm too busy every time I get up.
Grinding something. Mm-hmm. Going, oh, ah.
Now, once I lay in bed, though, I'll sit there with my right knee. If I just sit there and just bend my right knee, it just pop, 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 and I don't know why. It just does.
I think it's the bones clicking together.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? You got no more cartilage; they're just rubbing together.
It's not painful, so.
That's how Ashley's knee is. It just clicks, clicks, clicks.
Doesn't she have a robot knee?
Mm-mm.
No?
No, she's had it repaired, but it needs to be repaired again.
So it's only partially robotic.
Yeah. I lose hair where I want it, and I get hair where I don't.
All right, Jason, that's just a fucking t-shirt. Come on. Let's move on to something else.
All right.
That's a t-shirt. Seriously,
that's not a t-shirt.
Yes,
that's my life.
No, that is a t-shirt. That is, you go to Spencer's and you look at their like, Lordy, Lordy, look who's 40 section. That's going to be on a damn t-shirt.
Well, do you not get random hairs on your ear or on your shoulder?
Everybody does. I mean, yeah,
not everybody.
Like,
not young people.
My ears are constantly like, yeah, like it's like, boop,
like a
and every now
toothbrush
and
hanging
then,
out of them.
I will grow like a gray hair in my eyebrow that's this big around. Well, for audience that ain't listening, that's as big around as like a pool stick, and just as long that just starts sticking out of my eyebrow out of nowhere. That it takes like, I have to go to Home Depot and hire like 4 or 5 day workers to help me pull this thing out of my head.
You get stump grinder.
Then I let them keep it so that they can chop it up for firewood so that they don't get cold.
I get random hairs on my top of my ear, like on the very top of it.
I get them on the side, like
my
ear's trying to grow whiskers.
Like confetti coming out of it.
Have you found the ones in your ear yet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where you like all of a sudden you're scratching your ear and then you're like, what is this? And you pull out and your hand just keeps going and going and going. And then next thing you know, you're like, you uncoiled some 4 foot long hair and you hear better.
Yeah. You hear better. I haven't got to that point yet. I don't hear, my hearing is just going as is.
What?
I have to ask my kids home 100 times every time they ask me something. Yeah.
Just be like Stone Cold when you do it. What? What?
And I'm like, huh? I got to crack my head to the side, get my good ear going.
All right, move on to the next one. I don't want to hear this t-shirt bullshit.
All right. I have to worry about every cough and sneeze. It can lead to multiple issues. Sometimes I throw my back out. Sometimes I sneeze and I have to go to the bathroom and I cough and sneeze at the same time. That's never a good thing.
I'm gonna say, yeah. I was holding it in one time. I was around some people I didn't want to pass gas around.
And you cough too hard and you start farting.
Yep. I sneezed and went, achoo!
Yep. There could be a little splat at the end. That's going to be the worst.
It wasn't that. It wasn't that one. It wasn't that bad.
Well, speaking of sneeze, I just have a quick theory on sneezes. When you sneeze, do you sneeze multiple times, like 2 or 3 times in a row, or do you just usually one sneeze?
It varies. There are times where it gets handled with one, and then I've actually done like fucking 6 or 7 in a row.
Well, I have a theory. If you scream sneeze, you only sneeze once.
I tried your theory after you told me that. It did not work, and
You
it
didn't
hurt
scream
my
loud
throat.
enough.
It hurt
You gotta
me.
really rear back and just let it all
It
fly out.
it does no, it didn't work.
Well, it is yet
And
to
it
fail
hurt.
for me.
I'd
It,
rather sneeze 10 times than hurt that way again.
I let it. I scream as loud as I can. Just wake up the neighbors, but I only sneeze once, and I get it all out.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty great. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm lactose intolerant, as well as I have a problem with gluten now too. It's
All
getting really
right,
bad.
Jason.
Get
One,
out, or my stomach just hates me for the
you're
years of
not.
abuse.
You don't become lactose intolerant. You
Yeah, you
either are or
can.
you aren't. No. It is genetic. You either
Mm,
are lactose intolerant or you are not. You don't become. Your
I used to
DNA
drink.
just does automatically mutate and be like, no more ice cream.
No, I used to be able to drink a lot of milk. Now I eat a bowl of cereal or try to drink a glass of milk. Mm-mm. Major
You,
problems.
it's another issue. It's not lactose intolerance.
I thought you could just get it from
No,
getting
it's a
older,
no. It's a
develop it.
no. The being able to tolerate lactose is a mutation on a genetic level, where some people were able to do that to where they could continue enjoying dairy products into adulthood.
Hmm.
That's a genetic mutation.
Well, it's mutated
And as for celiac disease, which is the gluten one,
gluten.
I
Yeah,
don't. That's generally a gluten allergy, and I guess you can develop allergies later in life. So I can't really say for sure on that one.
my swollen belly will tell you differently.
Are you sure it's just not because you eat garbage?
Usually in the form of pasta and hamburgers and pizza. So yeah, probably.
All right then.
And the last one on my list here is this is a recent one. Is I've had a 6 month feud with the postal service and the mail carrier that was actually resolved today.
Okay. All right. I'm not
You
gonna
know,
lie. This this
it's one of the old
this
man things. I'm
yeah.
at home
No.
working.
This
I'm watching out
sounds
the
like
window.
yeah. This sounds like the kind of thing where it's like like where you get mad at a neighbor because their ball keeps going in your backyard. So please do tell. Please expand on this. What did the United States Postal Service do to you?
Well, it started, like I said, about 6 months ago. We used to have cars parking across the street, and it would kind of block the mailbox. And it wasn't even our cars; it was the neighbors' cars across the street. But she thought it was our cars, and she was blaming us. And we told her it wasn't our car, and then we just went back and forth on that for a little while. And then there was cars parking close to our mailbox, and she would just quit delivering our mail. There was times we wouldn't get mail. I would just watch her fly right by the house, not even try to stop. And there I see her stop a few houses down and deliver their mail, even though there's a car parked in front of the mailbox. She didn't care about that. I seen her throw her door open and hit the mailbox and almost knock it off the post a couple times. And then she has the audacity to leave a note in the mailbox that she almost broke saying, "Please fix your mailbox or I won't deliver your mail." I have
All
had to
right.
go up to the postal service 3 separate times to pick up our mail because she refuses to deliver it. We put in 4 complaints against her because of her not delivering our mail. And today she finally left me a note saying, "Thank you for fixing your mailbox. Your mail will now be resumed."
I don't think this is resolved yet. This sounds like a blood feud.
It
I think
started over her not wanting to do her one sole job is to deliver the mail. She didn't want to do it.
all
And
right.
it
Well,
started a fight.
good luck. I wish you luck. I'll tell you this: you will almost certainly not get her fired because getting fired from a federal job is near impossible. So unless she um, you know, shows up with to work with a needle hanging out of her arm and a little Tibetan sex slave with her or something, she'll probably be able to keep her job. But yeah, good luck with this.
Like I said, hopefully if we get mail tomorrow, it's resolved. But like I said, she left a little note today saying thank you for fixing your mailbox, and I will resume mail service tomorrow.
You're gonna poop on her porch, aren't you?
You don't understand. Like, I'm here all day, and I even know the sound of her mail truck. I hear it down the street. I'm like, oh, there she is. I get up from
And then
my,
you run
my
to the
desk.
window, peeking out. Yeah, you gotta
Yep.
stop, bitch. You gotta
Yep.
stop. She
I've
didn't
recorded
stop.
her a few times. I went outside and record and hit record, just waiting for her to fly by so I could be like, gotcha. But haven't yet catch her on film.
Wow, Jason, you're just.
I'm telling you, working
You know,
at
you
home.
don't have to stand out there. You can just set up a camera that you can get on Amazon for like probably $40 or $50, right?
Yeah, well, I don't have an outside camera.
That's what I'm saying. You buy one on Amazon for like $40.
I should, but hopefully she won't have. I won't have to anymore.
You're gonna be the. And I remember you make me you. It makes me think of like old guys that used to like whenever I was a kid and I'd be running around out in the country. They'd be standing there next to their barbed wire fence, making sure I didn't step foot on their property. Just that's. I got you. I got you. Except they pointed guns. That's seriously. I had one waiting with a shotgun one time just to make sure I wasn't going to jump out on his land.
Yeah, we had somebody do that when we got out and took Bluebonnet pictures, and they quickly jumped down there and told us, "Don't take pictures of my Bluebonnets."
I would have taken. I would have pissed on him.
Well, we did jump a fence and climb
Oh,
into their yard, so
Jesus,
they had a.
dude.
It was barely in their yard. It was barely over the
Dude,
fence, and they
what
had like
state
a
do you live
lot of
in?
blue. Huh?
What state do you live in?
Texas.
Uh-huh. And what does Texas have? We have the castle doctrine, stand your ground,
Yeah,
all
they
that
could shoot
bullshit.
me, but I was just taking pictures of Bluebonnets.
Yeah, okay. You go tell that to them whenever they're like, "How'd you die?" I took pictures of blue bonnets.
Yeah, well, they were
All right,
pretty,
let's get
and
started with your. I'm tired of talking about you being old.
well, I wanted to touch on this again because I came across this saying the other day. It made me feel even older. And when I read this, I was looking at it like I was a dog that couldn't understand you. I was like looking my head back and forth, trying to figure out what they were talking about. It damn thing might as well have been written in Hebrew. What I saw was a sign written as if it was written by a normal, coherent adult, and then a sign as if it was written by a kid today with their lingo.
Oh,
And
God
so,
damn it, Jason.
what? So the first sign read like this: please don't hesitate to text us at 555-5555 if you see anything that needs our attention. We want to make this campground as relaxing, as comfortable as possible for our guests. Thank you. Sign 2, written as a Gen Z. Sup, hit me up at 555-5555 if you see anything that is sus or cringe, like, I don't know, a toilet that got wrecked or something. To be honest, we high key trying to glow up this campground. Can't stop, won't stop until this place straight up slays. Need your help, fam. Thank you. I know what you're thinking. What the hell did I just say?
No, I kind of got it. I've got teenagers.
But the way they spell it, everything's written in text too. So if they write out a word, they have to use the like hit me up. It's not hit me up all spelled out. It's HMU. It's that they can't spell it. I don't know. They have to use IDK. It's just ridiculous. It's text slang. It's coming to the forefront. So after reading this, it's making me actually sit down and talk to or actually interview my kids Ian and Aubrey, who are now ages 17 and almost 16, to get the lowdown on this lingo, so us old folk can finally maybe understand it. All right. The first
You're
word you may have already
dating
know a
us
little
so
bit.
bad.
Huh?
You're dating us so bad. I mean, look. I mean, it's funny. I don't think we had the same problem when we were kids, but I
No,
think it's because we recycled. We recycled
we use the
stuff from
same
like
words. We didn't
no,
make
no, no, no,
words.
no. We recycled words from the 60s and 70s and some of the 80s by the time we were teenagers and stuff. I mean, we didn't really come up with anything new. I don't think things got weird until the 2000s whenever everybody started adding izzle to everything.
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, izzle dizzle for
For
shiz.
shizzle.
Yeah. I mean, and then you started getting crazy things like she's, thiak. they start putting weird things on it. The kids nowadays, but
She's fat and had to spell it with a PH. Like,
pH, yeah,
what the hell are you talking about?
yeah. I mean, I think it's but at back then we didn't really have text, so I guess it did change the way they communicate altogether. Because a lot of times they're like, "Ew, gross! Why are you trying to talk to me? Just text me."
Yeah, people look at you weird when you call them now. They won't even answer you. Then they'll call you right back, or they'll
Yeah,
text you right back.
yeah. Like, what do you want?
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you. That's what I wanted.
No, gross.
All
All
right.
right.
The first word is cringe. Do you need a definition? This is makes you wince, feel embarrassed for someone. Would you like to hear it in a sentence?
No, I can do a sentence.
Let's hear a sentence.
This part that you're doing right now is so cringe.
I hope my kids are listening to it and they're getting very, very cringe.
Oh God.
This is the point. All right. The word is slays. The definition does well, or better put, it kills. Would you like to
But
hear it used in a sentence?
what do you mean by it kills? Is there murder involved?
No, like, girl, that outfit slays. Like, it's really awesome looking.
Well, I like it better when you hear "Slay Queen, slay." Yeah.
You gotta do that whole. The next word is bussin.
Bussin.
Like,
Is
it's
that
the
whenever
boy
they're putting
version
kids from?
of does well, or better put, it kills.
Oh, I was about to say. I think it's whenever they take kids from a poor neighborhood and take them to a rich neighborhood school.
Or they take immigrants from Dallas and they bus them to Massachusetts.
Yeah, maybe that.
No, I
So
was
it means
told that,
doing good.
yeah, I was told girls use slays and guys use bussin.
Oh, so we're starting to get masculine and feminine stuff,
Yes.
like we're Spanish.
Yeah, like bro, those French onion burgers are bussin'.
I'm going to counter check all this with my daughter, so
Okay.
you'll see.
Well, the next word is extra, like over the top or extreme.
Yeah, I'm very acquainted with that one. One of my kids used to use that all the time. Dad, you're so extra.
I wish you would just sit down and quit being so extra.
Oh God, I hated it. It's
Yeah,
like,
it happens a lot in this house too. The next word is fire, as in
oh come
hot,
on, that one is
trendy, amazing, or on point.
all right. I don't think this one belongs in there. I don't. Come
Why
on,
not? The
that's
way it's
that's been
used
around
now?
forever. No, it's still the same thing.
How? How
That's
would you use it?
that shit is fire. Yeah, no, it's hot. It's
Oh,
awesome.
nah,
Have you just? I'm wondering if this is less of less of a list of words that you don't get because you're old, and some that you're just not that cool.
maybe. I don't know. It's weird that now fire means the same thing as what cold means.
But I mean, it has. It always has. I mean, hell, even hot was used the same way cool was sometimes.
Oh, okay, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
maybe it's not an old new word. Maybe one of the first new words.
I
But
think fire gets used a lot. But I mean,
yes,
it's
Preston uses it a lot.
I've heard. Oh, Trip uses it a ton, but I've heard it plenty over like the past 20 years or so
Oh,
for sure.
well, it's a
Why do you think
relatively new word
Fire
too.
Island was Fire Island or Firefest or whatever?
I have no idea.
You need to watch documentaries about Firefest.
Is that the FYRE
Uh
Fest? Is
huh.
that the one they did the like try to redo Woodstock in a sense, and it just did not
Yeah,
happen that
well, I
way?
mean, I wouldn't say they were trying to redo Woodstock. I'd say they were trying to make a bunch of money off of a bunch of kids that
Idiots.
have way too much expendable income.
I did
So,
watch that. I know what you're talking about. They had Kid Rock and Limp Bizkit and everybody there.
no, they didn't actually go there, but yeah.
I'm thinking of a different one then. What's the one where they
Yeah,
redid? They
you're
redid
thinking of
Woodstock?
Woodstock '99.
Okay, yes. Where they had like a 3 or 4 day event and it was
That
just
was
being a
Woodstock
big shit
'99, and it
fest.
went to crap, and everybody was throwing mud at like some of the people on stage
Yeah,
to be
porta
assholes.
potties were overflowing and they were basically
Yeah,
swimming in shit.
yeah, this is different. You'll
Oh,
need to check it out sometimes.
all right. All right. The next word is Gucci. The definition is good, cool, or going well. Would you like to hear it used in a sentence?
Sure.
My day is going Gucci. Just scored a Coke Zero, bruh.
I think okay. I want to say, well, I
It's
can't
kind of.
say if more girls use that than boys. I think I've actually heard it in some
I've
other
heard it
things.
both. Ian says it. Aubrey says it.
Hmm.
They both say it.
All right.
All right. This will probably fall in the same line as fire then. But the
Okay.
next word is lit. Amazing, cool, exciting.
Jason, we used lit.
I don't remember using that word. Is that my problem?
We used lit. Of course, you used to use it in like we got drunk or fucked up or, other sorts of intoxicated. We got lit. But
That's something different now too.
well, yeah, but I mean it's still I have a hard time classifying that one as like some sort of new word. Not whenever I know they got way weirder ones than that. I
True. Okay.
I think you're
I'll
just
give
being
you that one.
picky
I might be pen picky, possibly.
and
Just
you're
being.
not cool. And you're not fire.
what, what about on God or ONG?
All right. So on God is I've heard that one, but yeah, that is annoying, and that's one of theirs. I'm trying to go ahead define it.
It basically the equivalent of I swear to God.
Yeah, on
Ian
God,
says
bro.
that one a lot.
On God, bro.
Yeah, he says a lot. The next word is Riz. It's short for charisma, someone who's charming or has game.
No, you see, Riz itself is an adjective, not a noun. It is
Right.
somebody. It is the game itself, not someone who has game. I'm going to grammar Nazi the shit out of you on
All right.
this.
Well, let me try to use it in a sentence.
All right.
That new guy's so hot, like totally has Riz.
He's got Riz. You don't
Uh,
have Riz.
he
You
has
got Riz.
Riz. He got Riz.
There you go. Now, I do know this one because, like, I've heard my kids use this. Now, one that has Riz, and one that thinks they have Riz, might refer to oneself as a Rizzler. I have heard that.
It's so stupid. It's so stupid.
Well, I think it's one of those people. I think most of the time when people refer to themselves as a Rizzler, they really ain't got no Riz.
No. All right. Uh, the next word is thirsty. Definition: trying to get attention.
I
Would you like
actually
to hear?
had to have somebody explain this one to me a few years ago because somebody sent me a video as a joke because apparently there was a girl in it that they're like, man, that girl could probably totally be your daughter. Were you finagling around 20 years ago? But they got me to watch this video. The girl said something about a thirst trap, and I'm like, what the hell's a thirst trap? They're like, but why don't you understand? And so they had to explain thirst trap to me.
Yeah. Would you like to hear it used in a sentence?
Sure.
I can't believe that girl wore that shirt. What a thirsty bitch.
God.
All right. We hear this a lot now. Is I still don't really know what it means because the way this guy's using it, it's not really what the definition says it is. I'm talking about the word yeet, to throw something in anger.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, the dude totally got yeeted.
so that's
Whenever
what Jay Uso's whole thing is right now is
when you yeet somebody, you toss them, and whenever something gets yeeted, like say he yeeted his phone, grabbed his phone, chucked it away, yeeted a game controller. Yeah.
So you just throw something and just yell yeet,
You don't have to yell yeet. I guess you can.
and then that's just weird. I guess the sentence I had did not work out on that one.
Let me hear your attempt to use yeet.
We all stood up and yelled yeet when the boomer tried to give us homework.
Yeah, no, you didn't use that right at all. That's just awful. It'd be more like, the boomer handed out homework and we yeeted it out the window or something like that. But
Yeeted it. Yeeted it. Got to use it as a verb. I have a fucking.
I mean, now people will go yeet when they throw something.
Okay, I can see that.
That means it's not required, but you can.
All right, the next word is cap or no cap. As
Cab,
in
like taxi
cap.
cab?
Like CAP, like cap.
Oh, okay. So you either got cap or no cap. All right.
Like no cap is totally true or no lie. Damn, bro, hottest chick I've ever seen. No cap.
Oh, okay. Okay, I guess. I don't know how. I'm kind of curious how they got to that because I know how they got to Riz. I
I think
understand.
what I think it is I don't know. I thought it had something to do with text messaging and them capitalizing when they're yelling
No,
at you or
because
not.
caps are about yelling, not
Yeah,
lying.
who
I don't know.
knows? Some of this I have no idea where it came from. And it makes no sense. Like eat, like what you just said. I can see thirsty how they can derive it to make it
Yeah,
that
because
way, but
somebody's just so well.
needing
See, the
something,
way
yeah,
you use thirsty, I mean, like pretty much it just means somebody's super horny.
yeah, or she's looking for attention, yeah,
Well, yeah, they're thirsty. Girls can be thirsty for attention. Dudes are usually thirsty for chicks, and they're like, essentially, it's like, yeah, you get no chicks. You haven't had no chicks. You really want chicks. You're like a guy in the desert without water. You're thirsty.
yeah. So, it makes sense. It's a stretch, but some of them, like the cap and no cap, I don't get that one yet.
No, I don't either.
What about pop off to react angrily?
I've heard that one. Yeah.
My mocha cappuccino with extra foam was like taking forever, so I popped off to the manager.
I don't think that one's all that
No,
crazy. I think that's pretty normal.
all right. What about the word is flex to show off?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you flex. Yeah, he's flexing his new car. He's flexing his new phone. He's flexing his new chick.
Yeah.
I've heard that. I mean, I that's that one. I don't. That I'll even say that we do that back in the old days. I don't think.
Yeah, I started seeing it more when on the emojis when they send you the bicep arm, holding.
Yeah.
Yeah, just this thing get morphed into a word. And next word is sus or suspicious, shady, not to be trusted.
They just shortened the word on that one.
Yeah.
No big deal. I mean, I heard that a lot and actually way too much whenever that Among Us game came out.
All right. The next word is throw shade, to disrespect or trash talk someone.
All right, come on. Why are you putting stuff that just has like all the context clues where you can tell exactly what that means?
Because there's just new words I've never heard before.
Oh no, come on. That says exactly. It's exactly what it sounds like. You're being that old fucker that's standing out in your yard recording your mailbox lady right now.
Because I am the old fucker.
It's like they're using words I don't know.
I don't understand.
Even though you understand it. Don't tell me you did not understand that. You understood it. You just didn't like it because it ain't what you would have said.
Mm-mm.
Just a crabby old piece of shit.
That's right. What about plug?
This can be dangerous. Sure. What is it?
Someone who can hook you up with drugs.
Oh, that's weird. I hadn't heard that.
Oh, so finally, a word you haven't heard.
There's been a couple.
Like, my plug is dry, bro. Where the green at, cuz?
I never really understood drug talk anyways, not even back in our day. So
All right. The last three are just text messaging, and as fathers, we need to make sure we don't see these letters show up on our kids' phones. Okay. LMIRL. Let's meet in real life.
Yeah, let's meet in real life. I was
We
gonna
don't
say I
want.
could give me a chance to guess.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Next one is, you can probably guess this one. It's 53X.
53. Oh, sex.
Yes. And same one with this one is CU46.
C46. Uh-uh.
CU46.
Oh, see you for sex. Oh.
So if we,
Okay.
us as fathers, we need to look out for those three there. We
Mm,
see those, especially
yeah.
at our kids' age. We don't need to be seeing that right now.
Well. Okay.
So, are we as old as we think we are?
I don't
The
know.
answer to you is no. You know most of these words.
No, hell no. No, fool. I'm skibbity and fire.
I wrote them on here because I'm an arthritic, bumbling old man. I don't know any of them,
Shoot,
and that's why I
man.
wrote them on here.
Yeah,
I don't
just
even
take
use any of them. Not one of them can I use, except for maybe plug, as a daily word I can use. None of
Oh,
it would.
you're like, I can't use anything but drug dealer. I know another one. When you like a song, that song slaps.
Slaps.
It slaps.
What about? I didn't write this on my list, but I heard it today. Bands.
Bands.
It means like money. Like I need to expand my bands.
Yeah, whenever I went to a movie with Violet, she said we were going to figure out if it was a bop or a flop.
A bop or a flop.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that made sense. I understood that one. But yeah. And then there's also a gritty, well, not a gritty, but gritty, like it's going to gritty on down somewhere. It's not just walking, it's this stupid dance walk that I'm not going to do that
When
Violet
they
tried
it's like
to
they're
do.
dusting off their shoes.
Put up their feet, they put their hands up, and then, yeah, they like kick their feet in there, like bring their knees high and like kick their feet weird. I don't know. It's stupid.
Just something else. Another stupid TikTok trend, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, that's where they get, I will say that's where they get a lot of things. So like whenever, the one that I heard yesterday. It's like, have a skibbity day in Ohio. The in Ohio part came from a YouTuber, and like it just started trending. So a lot of the stuff they're picking up is because it's trending. Whether
So it's
it's
like
them
a movie quote instead. Not on a movie. It's on some
exactly,
random
except
TikToker or YouTuber.
yeah, and think of how many TikToks they watched in a day compared to how many TV shows or movies we watched in a day.
Oh my god! They did one at the baseball game where the guy announced and he said something like, "Well, hello there, brother," and everybody started laughing because that was what everybody was saying at the time. Something about
Yeah, apparently there
brother.
was a
I don't
thing
know.
about grimace shakes there for a while too that I didn't understand, and yeah, it goes pretty fast. I don't bother trying to keep up with the trends. If I come across stuff, I just ask questions, and like my kids are more than happy. They love getting me to say stuff or whenever I ask questions, and then they end up recording it and showing it to all their friends of me trying to understand what they're saying. Like when she was explaining skibbity and in Ohio and all that other stuff to me.
Yeah, most of the time I'm like, "Wait, what?"
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, that was today's topic. It had me feeling like an old man,
You are
and I
old
thought we could
and
get a good laugh
cool.
at it. Do it.
I said you're old and you're not cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I got my white socks on. I got them pulled up to about mid calf. My New Balance. My shirt tucked in. I'm on my way. I'm on my way.
Yeah, I
Well,
believe in you.
well, join us next time where Darrell will be taking the wheel again, where he will have another topic that made us say, "Wait, what?" So until then, stay fire, bro.
Have a
Keep
skibbity
bussing. Don't be too extra. Keep it
totes.
Gucci.
Bye.
Later.
Thank you for listening to Waywut. We really appreciate it. Remember that we post episodes every Tuesday and would love for you to rate us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or Pandora. If you are watching us on YouTube, throw us a comment, subscribe, and do all the other things that YouTube likes for you to do. You can stalk us on Facebook and X/Twitter with the handle Waywut Podcast. Once again, thank you for hanging out with us for a little bit, and join us next time when we'll get you to say, "Wait, what?"